Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. Today marks the 75th anniversary of Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor. The bombings killed more than 2,000 Americans and propelled the country into World War II.
December 7th was then famously declared by President Roosevelt as a date which will live in infamy. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kelly McCarthy brings us the story of Bradley County's only living survivor of Pearl Harbor and the painful memories he still carries with him.
The American flag flies at half-staff to remember the attack on Pearl Harbor 75 years ago. One of the few remaining survivors now lives in Cleveland, and he says he remembers the events of that day like it was yesterday.
The whole thing. I can see that Jap Zero coming after me to this day. I can see him looking over the... He pulled his canopy back after he shot around at us and blew a hole in the building over our heads.
94-year-old George Allen was just 19 when the Japanese attacked his base on Pearl Harbor. Allen survived the bombings, but more than 2,400 of his fellow soldiers did not. The survivors went straight into war.
I didn't see a bed for 3 years, 8 months, and 12 days. I was in a foxhole preparing for training to go on to another battle.
The scars from that fateful day cut deep, which is why it took almost 7 decades for Allen to even talk about what he saw.
I didn't talk about it to anybody, even my daughter didn't know anything about it until 2006. From 1941. That's how many years.
Now, 75 years later.
There's not many of us. Most of them are in nursing homes and that stuff.
Allen realizes there aren't many storytellers left.
See, there's 300 in the world left, and I'm one of them, right?
Since his time in the Army, Allen has lived a full life. He became a musician and moved to Cleveland to be close to his daughter. And at 94 years old, he's still in the driver's seat. But there are pieces of history Allen witnessed that still haunt him to this day.
Sometimes I'll wake up at night and be banging the walls. You can see, can't you?
Yeah. Sorry, man.
But I only have probably one of them dreams once a month now. I used to have them every 2 days.
Wow.
So it's getting good.
75 years later, Allen says it's getting better. Better knowing his service to his country will not be forgotten. In Cleveland, Kelly McCarthy, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Allen was honored today by the VFW in Cleveland for his service in World War II.